Hey there, guys. What is going on? Slappy here, playing some more Minecraft. I have just been enjoying my gosh darn time in this game. And last time, we built a village breeder. Oh. What? There we go. Oh my gosh. Last time we built this village breeder, and it has been working fairly well. We got about 5 new villagers that we'll check out in a bit. But it's been working pretty well. And that's cool. And I enjoy that. But today we got to make it look better. Because right now, it's ugly. It's ugly. It's an ugly building. Which is fine. We can make ugly not look ugly. It's mostly from like down there that we need to make it not look ugly. I couldn't quite hit the water. It's mostly from down here we need to make this place look not as ugly. And we need to make down here look not as ugly. Ugh, acacia trees sometimes get made weird. Down here we need to make look not as ugly. We kind of accidentally created an ocelot spawner. I don't have the fish right now, but I see a lot of ocelots around here. I'm going to chase them a bit. Give them a bit of an exercise. But yeah, you can see we need to do something about that area, because right now it sort of stands out like a sore thumb. And I kind of want some buildings around this area. So I'm just going to go ahead, take a stab, try and make something that's not that. Try and make some sort of facade for it. Facade. Try and make some sort of facade. For it. Feels weird to say the word facade. But yeah, some sort of facade for it. And yeah, I'm just going to do some building. And I'll see you guys with a bit of a progress update in a few. Alright. Still find it weird there's no animation for eating other than crumbs falling. I've just been holed up in this little thing. I've done a touch of building. I'm mostly trying to make it look good from way over there. I've mostly been AFKing for the past hour and a half. This thing's definitely run out of potatoes, but that's fine. I think they're still throwing it to each other. I don't think they actually consume them. I think they just toss them to each other and just sort of... Which makes me wonder if you have to keep throwing food at them, or... Eventually, are they just full, and it doesn't really matter if you toss food to them? But, yeah, you can see I've gone sort of strange. I've just done sort of the stone thing, and just sort of built it up to sort of cover everything. And you'll see why in just a second. I just want to check the progress. I haven't seen how well this thing's working yet. Still haven't gotten the string over here. But I still haven't checked how good this is doing. I'm hoping there's like a ton. I can kind of hear them. Yeah. We should make a way to deal with these guys, probably. Yeah. I was just going to drop lava on them, because we have to make a way to deal with these guys, but there's a lot of white coats, and one of them might have mending. And that's, like, pretty awesome. Speaking of which, I should go get some emeralds and some stuff to trade with them. But yeah, Yeah. We need to do something about sorting them. So, let's start by perhaps doing that now. First off, let's just go take a look how this looks from, like, over here. This is, like, the biggest thing with this is probably how it looks from a distance, because I doubt I'll be up there very much. Like, most of the time in this area is probably going to be spent down on this level. Like, the villager breeder's kind of automatic in theory, so it's not really too worrying. So I built a couple trees near it. And you can see that obstructs the view a little bit. But at the top of it, you kind of only see, you know, a little bit of jungle wood and some stone. I kind of wanted it to look almost like a ruined type thing as opposed to like a real structure. And I think it really does kind of come across as that. It doesn't look like anything other than just sort of something in the distance. And that's kind of the point of that. Because I want down here to be sort of the focus, but I kind of want stuff up in the crowd. Stuff up in the clouds like this sort of stuff, right? Is the idea. Oh, hello. So, yeah, that's what is sort of going to go up around the edges, is just sort of stuff like that, whether it be the tops of farms or just random little structures. But yeah, it's come together pretty nicely. Is that... No. Okay, those are just sheep. I was like, is that a jungle temple? Has that been there this entire time? No. No, it has not. Cool. Cool. So, let's figure out a way to deal with all of these little tiny villagers. Yeah. Let's find a way to deal with them. Well, I've got the villagers sorted out. Sort of. I've got them all into a tube on top of a dispenser with some mine carts, which may or may not work out. I mean, I basically got them in a place where I can sort them out using mine carts. So, I don't really have an easy way to do this. Essentially, there's now water that will take all the babies over to there through a water tunnel that comes all the way over to here. I kind of want to make like another building sort of somewhere over here. So you'll see them, they'll only be able to go up this water stream as soon as they're too tall. So then they'll hit, you know, there's a water and then a sign and then water and then a sign. So it basically creates a water elevator only for villagers that are too tall. So as soon as they grow up from being a baby, they'll come up here, go across, and drop down. I've been putting string around these vines just to block some of the vines because they keep going so far down. So you can see they're all in there. If we go F3, 50 entities that direction. There's quite a few in there. Right now I have this 2-button system, one for a mine cart. One for a mine cart. Is there no mine carts in there? I really didn't have much iron left. There might not be a mine cart, and then this one turns it on, and I should be able to pull out some of these guys. There may be too many in there for this to really be functional at the moment. I've always had issue with this minecart system because they usually bump each other and shift around, and then I could take them and do whatever I want with them. I can make a a trading hall or whatever. So let's just let's make a little stairway to get back up. We'll decorate this all up. I do want to just get a way to like conveniently use some. I had a minecart I was using for testing, and now I have no idea where it went. I need to clear my inventory, but we're gonna make sort of an easy way. I'm gonna go get a minecart and see if this works, and then we need some way to store them in minecarts to test their trades, and we need a kill chamber and a keep chamber. You know what I mean? So we'll deal with that. How do I want to do that? I don't know. Cactus. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, now I'm just like, look here, I don't know where I put all my minecarts. So let me go grab some, we'll test out, make sure this works, and then we'll do some sort of way to test them. Some sort of way to test them. Oh boy, it's been a bit of time later. Well, quite a bit of time later, and I think I've got this basically sorted out. So now, when they fall down, they'll hit this tripwire. This system actually does work as long as they don't group up in there. So as long as there's not a ton of them in there, this system works perfectly fine. This system of getting them out, I mean. So when we had the 40 of them in there, they just weren't able to get out with the minecart. It would bump around, it would cause some damage. So now, let's see if we can see it. There's a tripwire there, which is head height for them actually, which is a bit of an issue. I should have raised it up one further, but it works, that's all that's important. So when they hit the tripwire, it sends a pulse out, and this pulse goes two directions. One of them hits this block here, which powers the dispenser, so a minecart pops out, and then a couple ticks later, it activates the powered rail that's there. And I also have buttons so that I can activate them here. So yeah, this system works. Right now I just have them going down to here. I've only gotten to see one guy actually fall through it. We have two though, so I guess I missed one. This guy is on breaking 3 for 16, which is just phenomenal. Weaponsmiths. I mean, weaponsmiths aren't super useful. You can usually, some of them you can find like decent trades. What I'm thinking is, the more I like find this place, the more I think about it. I'm gonna probably move these guys to a different part of the world. Eventually, we'll probably hook up some sort of system through the nether. I kind of want a place I can go that just has villagers with good trades, some sort of like town. Some sort of town. I think this has silk touch on it. It does. So eventually we'll move them to some sort of like village where we'll just have villagers that we can go and trade with, and they can each have their own little store or something. It'll be cool, I think. Be a cool little project. But for now, that's all I'm going to do for this project, because this has taken a really long time. What I wanted to do was actually close this in to make it a little bit more safe. So that's pretty well closed in. I did want a way to get around the side. I do want to put like a building around this eventually. I don't have the time right now, you know? This has taken, it takes so long sometimes to to build and sort of play with different ideas and whatnot, and this took quite a while to build. But either way, we've got our villagers, which is really cool. I do want to figure out where they come out in the front and make a little pathway to that. So that's what I'm going to do. Eventually, we'll have some sort of holding hall where we can sort through them. But for now, what I'm going to do is, one, make a ton more minecarts, because if that runs out of minecarts, then it breaks. The other thing I want to do is figure out where exactly we're going to hold them down here, because right now they're just in a hole. So we'll figure out where we'll hold them. We'll build that in the next episode. But let's just do a touch more today. This place is looking pretty good, and now it actually, I have like a reason to be over here, so it makes me want to work on it a bit more. Anyway, after next episode, we'll be done with villagers for a while. How about that? That'll be cool. To not have to worry about villagers anymore. So let's figure out where they come out, make a little path, and yeah. Oakley dokley. To finish off today, let's just take a look at some of the things that went on, ja? So, yeah, we're going to have another building just back there to sort of peek out, and then we'll have all of our villager stuff up there complete, which is kind of cool. Before we go up there, I'll show you guys. Down here, it comes out right here. I made a little pathway over to it. And that'll be kind of cool. That's about where I wanted to round this off, and then it's going to sort of continue that way. So that works out really nicely. So over here, we're going to build some sort of system where we can go and interact with the villagers. You know what I mean? We want to come over here. We want to be able to test them. This guy is fantastic. I think these are both weaponsmiths, which... So basically what we want is to come in here, be able to test the villagers, and then either dispose of them or... you know, keep them, and eventually probably send them to like a secondary location. So we got a lot of room to play with. We're not too close to the vine farm. This will actually be pretty good. We've got quite a bit of room, so we'll do that next time because I'm out of time for today. And then we'll be done with the villagers, which is kind of nice that it's all going to be done. You know, it'll all be done automatically, and then we'll just have to trade with them from time to time, see what they're good at. That'll be nice. That'll be really nice. So, yeah, that'll be next time. Let's go up there and just see sort of the end result of what we did today. I feel like this should be... pathed, right? Because we're, like, using it as a path. Sure. Anyway, what am I in? What is this? Is there string in front of me? Oh, okay. There's a bunch of string. Let's just get out of that. So, where's all this coming from? These vines, man, they drive you crazy because you can't walk properly. Oh, okay. So you get up here. There's going to be a pathway going this direction now. We're going to put a building back here. So you can see it's kind of obscured and kind of behind stuff. We're going to put a little building around this just to make it, one, a little more secure, and also just have some, like, intrigue and kind of fit a little bit better. So there'll be a building around this eventually. I encased it all in glass so zombies couldn't get them at any point during this. But, yeah, I think I showed you guys the redstone. Yeah, I showed you guys the redstone. I wanted to make a pathway into it. Also, right here is where the minecarts are going to end up going back to. So we're going to have to make some sort of system to get the minecarts back up here once we get them back. Because if this tube fills up with villagers, that's really bad. We need minecarts constantly in it so we can get villagers out of there. But yeah, that's like going to be all up here inside of some building. And next time we'll deal with making the villagers organized down here. So once they're in their minecarts, I think we'll probably use the same system we've already used, which is sort of just this easy way to have them on minecarts and sort through them, which is cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao!